This video is for educational purposes only and does not promote or encourage the use of cannabis.
Hey everyone, you're watching Perfect Puffs. This is Sunshine. Say hi to him. I'm gonna start off with food. I think people don't realize how important food is. We neglect the thought of what we're putting into our bodies every time we eat something almost. And I think that's average for almost every American. Like if you're offered a candy bar, you don't think what you're putting in your body. You're like, oh, it's free, I don't have to pay for it. You're not even thinking what you're putting in your body. You don't read those ingredients that are god awful for you. Genetically modified organisms, and then foods that aren't even edible, foods that don't give you nutrients or sustain life, which is the whole point of like food, the ability to sustain life. I've seen a thing where it's legal to feed pigs food scraps. And that includes all of the packaging, that includes the plastic, the cardboard, every ink, like all of that. The pigs, the bacon that you buy from those states, those pigs aren't filled with real life. They're not filled with sustained life. There's a reason why back in the day, hundreds and hundreds of years ago, I have no evidence of this, it just feels right to me. I feel that if you were to give a chicken or a cow a loved life, something that's fulfilling to that animal, something that will let it get its best out of its best, it will in turn give you the best of its best, as in nutrients, as in sustain your life. I feel like we have to eat way more food nowadays and buy more food because they purposefully make it have less nutrients, so we have to keep eating. I don't think it was common to eat 3 full meals every day. I don't think that people had the resources for it, as in what we do now. Maybe, yes, they snacked all day, but it wasn't on junk food. It wasn't on sugars and oils and grains, because that's literally what makes up almost the entire grocery store nowadays. It's kind of scary when you open your mind up to it. Like, well, what's the alternative? All of the organic food, all of the good real food is way overpriced. And that's where they get you. They make it hard for you to find good food. They make it hard for you to even grow it yourself. Do you ever wonder why there's grass in every single lawn? It's because it kills the soil, so you can't grow your own food. It makes me sad that they don't even teach this stuff, that they don't tell you this in school, that the second you're born, 4 inches from your face, you're fed propaganda, like mouth-fed propaganda 24/7. And it's even worse the older you get. All day I see adults just stuck, nose in their phone, driving, nose in their phone. Like, they are stuck on the internet more than I think people our age are. People my age are scared of being on their phone all day, every day. The people that are in their 30s and their 40s and above, they don't see how normal reality is beneficial as in virtual reality. Have you ever noticed how old people are always on the phone? They're always on the phone with someone because they can't stand their waking moments. They can't stand it. So virtual reality is their out to all of it. It's how they get out of it. Getting back into the whole food thing, I like to think of this saying like you could have as many rabbits, you could have unlimited rabbits as you'd want if you're stuck outside alone in the wilderness. But if you were to only eat rabbits, you'd slowly die of starvation. And you're like, what? If I had infinite amount of rabbit, I couldn't die of starvation? No, you will, because your body is not getting the nutrients that it needs to be supplied. Our bodies are not getting the nutrients that it needs to be supplied to live a real life. It turns our brains off, these foods that we're consuming. It turns our bodies off. It makes our joints hurt. It makes our muscles sore. It makes our bones demineralize. It makes everything grow augmented, off. And people are consuming it all day, every day. and they don't even realize that they're putting it in their body. I was one of them. But now, every day, I eat I'd say I eat one good meal every day, and I snack. Maybe 2 meals, but this morning I had a vegetable breakfast omelet. It was really good, with some peppers in it, jalapeno peppers. It made me feel good. It didn't make me want more. It actually satisfied me. These foods are built as an addiction. It's built so you go and buy more. The packaging is built as eye candy, so you go and buy more. And people fall for it. You hear that? I want to provide my thoughts on these subjects because I feel like it could help other people open their minds. Get out of that routine, get out of that system, that box that you think is everything. Because you can always go outside the box. Because the box doesn't exist. You made it. It's your belief system. If I could just help one person eat a healthy meal or feel good about themselves, because these things make your body feel good. They make your mind feel good. When I make videos like this, it doesn't drain me. You'd actually be surprised. You're like, well, you have to set up everything, you have to talk, you have to think about all this stuff. It sounds like a lot of hard work. Wrong. I enjoy doing this. I am actually gaining energy from this. I do this every morning now because it gives me so much energy and makes me feel good. And you need to find your stuff that brings you that joy because those will bring you energy. It doesn't matter how labor-inducing it is. It doesn't matter how strategic it is, how hard it is on your brain. It's as long as it's bringing you fulfillment, you'll be surprised. You can feel that energy flowing through you. And the reasoning is because you're open to it. You're allowing yourself to finally relax on such a deeper level that you don't even realize it. You stopped worrying about what is this going to provide me? What am I going to get from this? Are people going to judge me from this? You're not doing it for yourself. And it feels good to do it for yourself. On your own terms, in your own time. I'm going to get into this bong rip because I think it's absolutely stunning. Absolutely beautiful. Let me show it off. Smoking on some Granimals again. I love Granimals in the morning. The 2 strains I have right now is Granimals and ice cream cake. And the ice cream cake is a lot more purpley, a lot more indica-y, put me to bed. Hope y'all are smoking along with me today. It's a smaller piece, so let's see if I can clear it. Anyways, cheers, y'all. Bro. Holy moly, y'all. The slide got stuck. Do y'all see that? So now that I've gone over the basic topics, I want to go over my executions and personal experience towards these topics. We'll start off with food. I have an app, I think it's called Yuka or something, and you can scan almost any food item and it will show every ingredient that's in it. It will show on a scale how good it is, how bad it is. It will give you lists on what every ingredient causes, and if there's hazardous ingredients, it will tell you if things are really good for you. It tells you the nutrients in them, and if things are bad, it will literally show you good alternatives that other people have scanned, and it'll show you personally, I scanned some barbecue sauce that I have in my fridge, and it was a 0 out of 100. It had 6 hazardous items in it, ingredients that are terrible for you, that cause cancers, that are awful for you, and people are consuming them not even knowing. So number 1, get that app, or if not, look at the ingredients before you buy stuff and read what they are and look them up. Do actual research. 2, find local markets, find local people who sell eggs, who sell strawberries. There are people who literally just set up stands at stop signs. I'm not even kidding. At four-way stops, there will be people that set up stands to sell their strawberries, to sell anything. You best believe I'm buying those because they're so good. They're homegrown and they're cheaper and they're better. They weren't processed. It didn't go through the whole process of getting through A to B to C to D to E just to be sold for it to be moldy in your fridge in 2 days. That's just nasty. Like, if we can't grow our own stuff, there are people who are trying to sell stuff that they are growing their own stuff. And you can find them. Find them through Facebook Marketplace. Find them just driving around. Look for signs. People leave signs outside of their driveways all the time. Like they have eggs for sale or tomatoes or literally whatever. I've seen goat milk before. That's so cool. Imagine you make acquaintances through that. You make friends. Genuinely. Because now what if you're able to provide something that they need? Now you have another stream of income. And you have a friend. The real luxury of life, the real wealth, is having connections. It's not having a nice car. It's not having a big house. It's having connections with the people around you. The people you love. It's about all of that. It's about being an earthling. It's about being free. It's crazy how people want to spend every day doing the same thing just to neglect their goals and neglect the actions it takes just so they can keep dreaming about it, to keep going to the same job every day, to keep them broke, to keep them in the same spot. Personally, I'm in that position, but I'm actually taking action now. This YouTube channel, I'm doing that. I'm doing things to better my life. I'm doing things to actually wake up. Because I've had these thoughts for so long of wanting to get out of that 9 to 5, getting out of that waiting for the weekend for years. And eventually, I took MDMA and said I was tired of it. That's how it went. I'm tired of it. That was a few months ago. I'm tired of it. I've been taking so much action. On the side, I play guitar. On the side, I play guitar. I play acoustic guitar. It is a system that I'm working towards right now, towards the end goal. But don't forget the system. I'm learning how to play live. I'm gaining the equipment to play live, gaining the confidence to be better, to learn. I'm not in a band. I've never taken guitar class. I've never gone to school for it. I've never even played with someone else. It's crazy. That's been since I was 15. But now I want to start sending emails to local coffee shops, to local restaurants, to local bars, saying, hey, here's my resume of songs that I posted on a private YouTube that here's the link to if you want to check out some of the songs that I can play. A full resume of songs that I can just whip out. And if they like those songs, which someone will, they might just be like, hey, I want to hear that myself and I liked the way you play it. And I can also include, this is my first time. I've never done this before. I'm not looking for any money. I'm honestly looking for the experience right now because that's what I'm looking for. It is, and I truly believe that. And if I get that, then money may come to help me get the experience. I'm not doing it for the money. I'm doing it for my happiness. Yes, money might provide me a lot more happiness because it will shake off a lot of my worries, but the money isn't the root. It's the journey. It's the reason I'm doing it altogether. And that's just because I want to become a person. I just want to be someone who can openly say and do what they want freely without the judgment of strangers, without the judgment of my close ones, because the people around you, the closest ones around you, are the ones who judge you the most, and you try to shape yourself around their standards, when in reality you just need to be yourself, and the people that need to be around you will literally be attracted and pulled towards you like a magnet. So I'm gonna end it there. I hope y'all enjoyed this little rant. Please eat a good meal. Genuinely, in the comments, ask me for some recipes, ask me for anything, help on anything, or send me some recipes, or send me some help. For real, help a brother out. Y'all.